Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. So the video today is on this F10 2012 BMW 5 Series. The engine is the 520, but it doesn't really matter for what we are going to do. Now, I'm doing some work regards to a different problem, which you might have seen the video already. I'm going to try to see... No, I'm not going to try. I'm going to make sure that video comes first. So I might leave a link in the description below in case if you guys are interested. Airbags related. But at the moment, I don't have the parts I need. Plus, I don't even know yet what the owner wants to do in regards to the parts. So I've just decided I'm going to tackle the next problem, which is, let me show you. I mentioned it on the other video, but I'm going to try to see if I can show you here. So when you turn the ignition on, obviously you're going to have all the faults for the airbags. Just ignore that. That's the fault I'm talking about. So you've seen in there side lights. Let me see if I can make the airbags come out. The side lights come on. Ah, damn it. Okay, so it comes with side lights fault, it comes with a vertical aim fault, etc, etc. And the lights are on. Let me just have a look, see if they are actually on. Yeah, so the lights are on in there. There we go. But you can see though, are the side lights on? No, they are off. So let me show you this. So if I just put side lights, let's see what happens. Oops, I'm so sorry guys. There we go. So we do have the rings on this side, but we have nothing on this side. Now, when she dropped me the car, she spoke to me about it and she left this. So if you guys don't know what this is a module that goes into the headlight. They are prone to, not prone, but they can get water on the contacts and then yeah. So but before we go anywhere, when I have battery, I'm gonna quickly give you a scan, because I already know from the other video that you've seen. I already showed you anyway. No, I didn't show you, but I told you. So the fault is related to this FRM, which is what controls the lights. And if I go to read codes, you're gonna see in there that I have a forget about the passenger door. That's related to the work I've done on the other video. I'm still doing it. But this is the code that I'm referring to. 800 FC9 lean bus headlight driver module right communication fault. So right driver side communication module fault. And what we're gonna do is obviously do this, and we are going to see if we can get to that module. Okay, so that's gonna try to get to this headlight somehow and see if we do have really a bad module or if we do have something else. And the reason why I'm saying if we do have something else, although probably not related, is because on the engine module we do have two faults that you might have seen, and one of the faults is, probably I'm completely wrong on this and it's just me thinking out loud, on the engine we do have two faults, and one of the faults is for lean message radiator shutter missing. Permanent fault. Then there's something about mixed types of glow plugs, but that could it be that we do have a wire problem somewhere? Could it be that the loom that runs to this light somehow runs along where the wire for the shutter runs and there's a problem with the loom? We don't know yet, so let's not gonna jump into conclusions. Let's try to get to the headlight first and go from there. Okay, so wheel is out, open this, and this is one of the things I hate. I don't know why people does this, but it's such a poor practice, which is this. Why is the cover not there? Now, I know where the cover is, because when I was looking for the for the wheel nut, I found it. I lifted this up and look what's in there. So there it is. So don't know why that didn't went back when it came off last time, who knows, but it looks like I might be able to get to the module through here, which is going to be a good thing. So we'll try to get to the module out through here. I don't know exactly. I don't know if he's going to be able to slide all the way out. Oh man, it's a little bit tight. Another bolt in there for the light. There's another one in there. Yeah, it's without taking the bumper. I've started by removing this cover here. That's when I've seen the cover was missing. And I was trying to see, but I think it's not going to come out without pulling the bumper forward. So, but I'll see how it goes. Let's see if I can take it out from there. Okay, and the module came out. You definitely need to twist it a tiny bit, and obviously with this open, what did you expect? Look at the bottom of that, all corroded, and the module itself, same thing, corrosion inside, corrosion in there. What a nightmare. And I could try to recover this module, but honestly don't even know if I'm gonna bother too much if she has one in there to replace. Special when she has one in there ready to replace it. So I don't think I'm gonna bother too much with this. I'm definitely gonna clean the bottom of that because that needs cleaning. So let's gonna clean it as much as we can using some files and some alcohol, contact cleaner, whatever, and see what we can do. Okay, I had to delete the last clip because the car was just doing weird things, and was all because the battery was getting a little bit too low. So battery is charging again. Just to show you, the module is in place. Just also might worth to mention that this is a aftermarket module. I've cleaned the contact at the top. Really, the contacts at the bottom of the headlight on that slot with this by just this kind of is abrasive, is like a needle file sort of, and I just open it like this. Put it like this, and then went at the bottom and just filed every single contact and washed it with the contact cleaner. Slide the module back in. It's not yet the way I want it because I'm going to take it off again if this works. Well, it does work because I know it does, but I'll show you. I want to put some dielectric grease on that to make to try to protect it a little bit. So if I turn now the ignition on and I get my low beams on, as you can see, I'm gonna get the warning for the airbag. That's a different story, as I already mentioned, but there's no warnings now for the lights. And also our rings are now working, as you can see in there, okay, which they were not before. And also the adjustment for the headlight, I cleared the codes already, just so you know. And then what am I doing? And then I think was that one in there? I forgot already. Just give me a second. Okay, found it, and just gonna show you. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit like that. Just want you to focus on the headlight. I'm going to activate the up and down movement. Have you seen it? So I'll do it again. There we go. So as you've seen, the horizontal aim is being adjusted, the motor is working, so looks like everything is good. Again, I'm going to remove the module again, and I'm going to put a little bit of dielectric grease before I put it back in, and then put the screws back in. Definitely I took the bolts off. Definitely he helped moving the headlight this tiny bit, like this. As you can see, he moved now, like so. This little bit really helped to get the module in and out, because it's a really tight fit without taking the headlight. I'm gonna give it another spray, put a little bit of dielectric grease, let everything to dry, put it back on, and obviously get the cover from the boot and put the cover back in place as well. And hopefully quite simple thing, really. I just thought to show you. And next will be probably, now I'll show you something else before, but we are nearly ready to wrap up this for this problem. Okay, so here we have the module is out again, and there he is. For you guys that just landed on this video, this is what is dielectric grease. Okay, no publicity, you can buy whatever brand you want. This is the one I use, and what we're going to do is cover these pins with this grease, so just like so. Okay, hopefully this will help moisture getting here, and this is grease for electric contacts. Okay, now I know that some of you are probably gonna wonder that perhaps I need to take the sound off the phone. There we go. Some of you might be wondering that the headlight now is corroded, and look, there's nothing I can do about that. I can only try to put a little bit of grease like this, try to prevent any further corrosion, and help out for this to last a little bit longer. So there it is. So it's covered in grease, both sides. And now, yes, we're gonna slide this back in. So the way I was doing it is, you need to get this side first, like this. Let me get some light. Hold on. Maybe like so. Okay, so you go like this, you see? Like this. And now you need to twist, but now you don't have the room. So now is where that tiny bit of movement, by taking the bolts to the top of the headlight, the bit of movement you can do on the headlight, I need both hands for that. That's where this comes handy. So you push it forward as much as you can, and then you manage to get these in. You manage to push it back and then slide it back in there. Like push it back and then slide it back in, but I need to move a little bit of the headlight with my other hand. That's literally how you get it in there. And not related whatsoever, I've just noticed that this airbag is leaking. Look, look, you see, I've started the car, you see it going up? You see? And the car was all tilted. Now it's leveled, but definitely that airbag is leaking 100%. So, but it's not related to what we're doing here. So guys, without further ado, we fixed the problem, and that's all that matters. And I know it's not rocket science, but I just thought to capture here. Maybe I showed you something, maybe you learned something. So with no further ado, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And again, maybe you learned something, maybe not. If you do still have any questions or any comments, you guys know exactly how it works. Just put them below, and like always, thanks for watching.